Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol ACB. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping outward levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Did this analysis on Tuesday, so that is where the orange line here and red and green line down here are all coming from. But after today's price movement, wow, definitely some updates here need to be made. First, going to do is a little house clean and get rid of that line down there. Sure, that level still pertains. It's just not relevant at all anymore. And from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to risk causing confusion because there's clutter with lines everywhere you look. So let's try to keep this as clean as possible. But the one thing to just take note of is that, and this will mean a little bit more to those of you that watched the video from Tuesday, but I mapped out this trend line here that had started to form. And, I made the comment about, it started to break down, so that's not the greatest thing. However, you got to keep in mind this could definitely just be a fake breakdown. Just like you have fake breakouts, there is this thing as such fake breakdowns too. And that's exactly what that was, a fake breakdown. Now, it kind of gave itself away a little bit because it did gap up this morning. But what would have really been cruel is if it had gapped down and then roared upwards. So, it was the bulls were kind of polite to the bears because at least they had a little gap up and gave people a little bit of a warning. But you can see from there, the price just really catapulted upwards and had itself a very, very nice day. So I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of that line too. It's kind of served its purpose. But this now leads into the first update that needs to be done, and that update is based on the foundational rule that when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. And $5.15 is now going to be a pretty important area of support going forward, and I'll circle back to that here in a second. Now, one of the near-term levels of support and what I would call the ideal level, meaning if you say, Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute best? That would be if the price can now stay up above $5.35. Finally got up above this area, and for you longer time viewers, you know that for a while it was, this was a very frustrating area on the chart that the price just couldn't quite seem to break through, but not only broke above it today, but separated to the upside. So yeah, that is definitely the ideal level. With that being said, if the price falls below it, I'm not saying the entire chart's broken or ruined or anything like that, but 515 is definitely a very important level because if the price were to drop below there, and I'm not saying this is what's going to occur, but if the price did drop below that area, I mean, stop and think about what that would be doing to the price. That would literally be putting the price right back inside of this range of the chart where this big move started. And truly strong moves don't go back to where they were, right? They're going to make some sort of progress, and 515, would still give the price an opportunity to make that progress forward. So again, preferably speaking, yeah, stay above 535. But if not, it's not the end of the world because you still do have potentially 515 there. As far as areas of resistance, the party stopped today right up around 555, so that'll be public enemy number one going into tomorrow. But in my opinion, top priority right now is more so just kind of going through a healthy consolidation and chipping away and building a higher base. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.